D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. So it's pretty much come out that Luis King Kong Ortiz, former title challenger to Deontay Wilder's WBC title, it will be fighting Christian Hammer. Most guys know Christian Hammer for being the guy Tyson Fury fought before he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Also, he was an opponent for Alexander Povetkin in the past as well. Christian Hammer, I want to say, is ranked somewhere in the, I want to say in the top 15 at heavyweight. I think he and Marco Huck are like right there together, like maybe 12 and 13 or 11 and 12 or something like that in the not in the WBC, but just in the heavyweight rankings altogether, like on Boxing Scene or the Ring or somewhere like that is where I saw it. I think I saw those rankings on Boxing Scene. I think he was ranked like number 13 and Huck was 12, or he was 12 and Huck was 13, or somewhere along there. But anyway, so he's considered a top 15 heavyweight. I'm convinced that Christian Hammer isn't the type of opponent that Luis Ortiz or his camp or his team were looking for, were seeking. I've heard that Ortiz and his team have reached out to a myriad of top contenders, top fighters at heavyweight, only to be turned down. We know the story about him and Dillian White going back and forth. We know AJ uttered his name during the interview. Heard that no contract or no phone call or anything ever came Luis Ortiz's way after that happened. Guy Tyson Fury is on record as saying he would never give Luis Ortiz a shot. Luis Ortiz is too dangerous, and he's low reward and too dangerous. That's basically what Tyson Fury said. So I mean, that's just a few. Big Baby Miller. I think Big Baby Miller said he had to have, I think he wanted $10 million to fight Joe Joyce or somebody. I don't think he's interested in fighting Luis Ortiz. I can't remember if it was asked of him during the interview I'm thinking of. I know Joe Joyce had said something about wanting to fight Ortiz, and then Ortiz and his team pretty much said, if that's what you want, we can do that. But I think Richard Schaefer said that he didn't want that fight for Joyce. But either way, none of these fights are coming together, and I'm not gonna say 100% that Ortiz's team doesn't have a part to play in why the fights aren't coming to fruition. But I just find it hard to believe that they're running around calling everybody out without any intentions of fighting people. I mean, Luis Ortiz. If there's anybody in the heavyweight division who I think would fight any other heavyweight without any hesitation and probably would take short money in a heartbeat just for the opportunity, I think Luis Ortiz is that guy. And I'm gonna stand on that. I strongly believe that. But the fact that he's having to fight Christian Hammer is a testament to how much these top heavyweights avoid getting in the ring with him. You know, the only upper tier heavyweights, and I mean, and I'm not even talking about tip top. I mean, in the top 10 is and I think he's still in the top 10. Only guy that's gotten in there with Ortiz, other than Deontay Wilder, is Brian Jennings. And Brian Jennings was stopped in that fight and utterly blown out. That was his fight coming off of the decision loss to Vladimir Klitschko. He was utterly blown out by Luis Ortiz. And Jennings still says he's willing to get back in there with Luis Ortiz. Deontay Wilder says he would give Luis Ortiz a rematch. But yet you have all these other top heavyweights who act as if the man don't exist, and when asked about him, they say things like, "Oh, he wants too much money," or he will want too much money. I think is what Anthony Joshua said. He mentioned Luis Ortiz, then he started talking about these guys want too much money. You know, start saying these fighters want too much money to face me, this and the other, but yet hadn't even talked to his team about what they're willing to take to get the fight. So, you know, we'll see how this plays out, but it looks like it's going to be Christian Hammer versus Luis Ortiz, and I think an official announcement will be made pretty soon as to when the fight's going to be, where it's going to be. Is it going to be on someone's undercard? Is it going to be a main event fight? Whatever the case may be. Who knows? Ortiz may wind up having to go over to Germany to fight Marco Huck. I mean, not Marco Huck, to fight Christian Hammer. Just don't know, and won't know until it happens, until it's announced. But much respect to Luis Ortiz for trying to get the best fights that he could get, trying to stay active. He just fought Travis Kaufman on the undercard of Wilder Fury back in December, so he's definitely trying to stay active. And since coming back from that Wilder fight, this will be his third fight. So much respect to Luis Ortiz for trying to stay out there and keep his name relevant in the heavyweight picture. To my subscribers, as always, I just want to say I appreciate your support. Anyone coming through on the channel on a regular basis, anyone watching the video, if you haven't subscribed, please